Hey guys, in this video, I'm giving you all the tips I've learned in 99 Nights in the Forest. These tips will easily get you to day 500 or beyond, so sit back, relax, and let's jump right in. Before I start, I want to mention that these tips are not in a certain order. Let's go. First up, flowers. Most players don't realize this, but when you collect 20, 40, 60 flowers and so on, you can trade them with the fairy for a seed box. But why is that important? Well, those boxes can give you berries, which are a great food source, or chilies, which help you move faster across the map, so always make sure to grab every flower you see. Next up, let's talk about logs. Yeah, no one likes collecting them, but there are a few tricks to make it way easier. First, use the lumberjack class. Just by equipping it, you'll start getting way more logs from every tree. Once you've done that, collect as many saplings as you can and plant them all close together like this. That way, when you chop them down, all the logs fall in one spot, making it super efficient. Another trick, get these chairs. Each one is worth 5 logs when broken down, which makes them a great way to stock up fast. Alright, now let's talk about bunnies. They spawn from these little holes, and if you place a trap right on top of one, the bunny gets caught instantly. You'll want to do this early on because you'll need their feet to craft warm clothing, which is essential for surviving in the snow areas later in the game. There are also a few spots on the map with tons of bunny holes clustered together. Those places are perfect for setting up multiple traps and farming feet fast. Alright, this next tip helped me a lot when I first started. Play with a group, ideally around 5 players. Why 5? It's way easier than going solo. First off, you can be revived if you go down, which is a huge help. And if you're playing with more experienced players, they can guide you, share resources, and help you survive way longer. This next tip ties in perfectly with the last one. If your teammate dies, don't rush to revive them right away. Instead, put them in your sack and carry them back to a safe spot, like your camp, then revive them. It's much safer, especially if you're deep in a dangerous area. This way, you avoid getting ambushed while reviving and give your team a better chance to stay alive. This tip will help you get a faster start. When you first spawn in, there's always one piece of coal somewhere nearby. If you can find it early, you can upgrade your campfire almost instantly. So always look around for that first coal when the game begins. When you start the game, try to get a bear trap as soon as possible. Why? Because it lets you instantly kill regular wolves, and it only takes 2 hits to take down alpha wolves or even cultists. That makes it so much easier to loot high-tier buildings or rescue the children way faster. Bear traps are a game changer early on. Don't sleep on them. My next tip is super OP and can come in clutch even late game. You can enter buildings without even opening the door. This can be useful if you are being chased by the deer, for example. You can do this by walking against the door, pressing F to put it in your sack, and it will disappear for half a second, just enough time for you to walk in. This helped me a ton. If you're playing with friends, a great strategy is to give everyone a role, like a hunter, an explorer, or a wood gatherer. It might sound simple, but it seriously boosts your team's efficiency. Everyone knows what to focus on, and you'll progress way faster without stepping on each other's toes. Teamwork makes the dream work. Alright, there are 3 main ways to heal your health. First and most obvious, bandages and medkits. These are your go-to for quick healing. Second, you can heal passively just by standing next to your campfire. It's slow, but safe and reliable. And finally, cake. Yep, actual cake. You can find it growing on plants, and it heals you too. It's kind of insane, but hey, free healing is free healing. Next up, I've got this insane farm and crockpot layout that lets you cook tons of stews without taking up your entire base. Here's what you do. Craft as many farms as you can. The more, the better. Then, find a clear spot, stand completely still, and place all the farms without moving. This stacks them right on top of each other. After that, place a crock pot in the middle of those 4 dirt piles. That's it. The farms will automatically feed into the crock pot, and it'll keep cooking stews non-stop. It's efficient, compact, and honestly kind of broken. Next up is a quick tip to save some space in your base. You can actually place beds slightly inside each other. If you line up all 4 beds like this, they'll overlap just enough to fit in a smaller area, without breaking anything. It's a simple trick, but it saves a bunch of space and keeps your base looking clean. My next tip is also for multiplayer. Play more often with random people. I've learned so much just by doing this. Try to join players who have more days than you. It makes a huge difference. Alright, let's talk about lightning. During a storm, always look up. This can literally save your life. You can actually spot where lightning might strike by watching the clouds. If you don't pay attention, well, you might just get fried. And since there's lightning, you need to build a lightning rod to stay safe. The moment it starts thundering, get that rod built immediately. Don't wait, or you'll regret it. This next tip is about the secret badge added in the latest update. Luckily, I figured out how to get it, and it's actually pretty easy. First, put a carrot in your bag, then head to the snow biome and look for a circle of snowmen. Make sure your campfire is at least level 5 or 6. Then find the snowman without a nose and give it the carrot. Boom, you get the badge and a cultist gem. There's another secret badge tied to the bear trap. For this one, you just need to die from it. It's pretty straightforward. Just reset or rewind the trap over and over until it finally takes you out. This is a tip most people probably already know, but just in case, if you've built the compass and opened the board with the missing children, you can click on a child's name and it'll show their location on your compass. Super useful. All right, let's talk about ammo. We always run out, right? So how do you get more? There are 3 main ways. First, you can find it in buildings or lying around. Second, enemies drop it when you kill them. And third, you can buy it from the ammo crate. Some weapons, like the ray gun, recharge over time. And there are also throwing weapons like frozen shurikens and snowballs. You just have to find them. If you find gear you already have but your teammates don't, bring it back to camp. They'll seriously love you for it. It's an easy way to help the team and be a hero. These next tips will help you shoot insanely fast with any gun, as long as you've got ammo. Here's how. If you only have one gun, shoot, then unequip and re-equip it, then shoot again. Keep repeating this, and you'll fire way faster than just holding down the trigger. You can also do this with 2 guns, like the revolver and ray gun combo. If you master this trick, you'll be dishing out way more damage in way less time. Let's talk about a tool that not many people know about, the hammer. It's actually super useful and really easy to get. With it, you can pick up and replace your buildings, so if you mess something up, it's easy to fix. You can craft it at the forge for just 5 logs and 5 scrap. Next up, there's no fall damage in this game. That means you can jump straight down from tree houses without getting hurt, saving you a ton of time. This next tip is super new. Almost nobody knows about it yet. In the new snow biome, there's an ice cave. But what's special about it? The chests and scrap actually respawn. I'm not sure how often, but they definitely come back. So if you're planning a long play session, make sure to loot this place more than once. Staying on the topic of snow, when fighting the polar bear or mammoths, try standing on those giant, sloped ice spikes. You'll be safe up there, and it makes it super easy to shoot them without taking damage. The best way to get diamonds is by running the stronghold every 20 minutes. What I personally do is set a timer right after finishing a run so I can farm it as much as possible. Just keep in mind, it gets harder the more times you do it. You can also find diamonds in regular chests, but it's pretty rare. This tip is super useful early on, especially if you're using a spear. Just circle around your enemies while attacking. Because the spear has longer range and cultists turn slowly, they can't really hit you back. You can pretty much clear the first stronghold using just a spear with this trick. With guns, you can actually peek around corners while only showing your weapon. This lets you shoot enemies without alerting them or making them angry. It's a super safe way to take out a bunch of cultists in the stronghold. There are 2 ways to recharge your flashlight. One is with fireflies, which most people already know, but the other is just by standing near your campfire. Super handy if you're low on light and don't have fireflies nearby. My last tip is something almost nobody knows, and it only matters in certain situations. The more children you rescue, the more it rains and thunders. So one strategy is to wait until you've got a max-level campfire before rescuing them. But it's a trade-off, since not rescuing them means you'll have fewer days in total. It's totally up to you. All right, those were my 30 tips and tricks. What was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to support me, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm a small YouTuber trying to grow. Thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye.